guys, it's Carlos, the Ultimate Fitness Training once again, and thank you so much for watching the video. And today we're doing a video about a particular subject of which, as a coach, as a trainer, as a mentor, I get asked a lot of times. So it's not just one particular question, but it's how we can achieve our results without running out of steam. And this is one of the things that we all human beings do. I mean, we all have goals, and we all have goal settings, and we all have great sort of sometimes vision, but we tend to kind of run out of steam before we get there, or even when we get there, is how you're maintaining. So I'm going to go into a little bit more detail and give you some sort of like clutch sort of information of which you can utilize, or maybe you can kind of make some notes and you may utilize it when you need it. Because without making notes and without even sort of taking notice of this particular subject, which is a very important to achieve your goal, you kind of sometimes, no matter how much talent you have, you run out of steam. And this is one of the things I personally do. I listen and I read to a lot of people of which are doing what I do. So we learn with each other. We're always learning, because a lot of people out there think they've learned it all. They've been to school, they've been to university, and that's it. That's all they need to learn. And I tell you what, if you ask yourself how much you remember from university or school, it won't be a lot of things, because we only remember the things that we utilize on a regular basis. So here we are, let's go. So let's dive deep into this particular subject. So one of the main topics here, which is I'm going to give you 5 of which is raise your standards. So what I mean by that is, a lot of us, we've got a lot of shoulds. So we should do this, we should do that. I'm sure obviously when you have chats with your friends, I'm sure you talk about a lot of shoulds, a lot of I've got to do this and I've got to do that, but how much of that shoulds turns into a must? Okay, not many. Okay, now do a list of shoulds, and I bet you the list of shoulds will probably be 20, 30, 40, 50 things you should do in a year. However, if you tick off the things you must do and you turn the shoulds into a must, I tell you, it won't be a massive list. It will be a very little amount of list. So what I'm trying to do here as a coach, as a trainer, as a mentor, is to help you translate those shoulds into a must. So we, you may ask me, Carlos, so how would you do that? Very simple. So one thing I do, and one thing I do in try to teach and coach and mentor people, is to make a list. Okay, this is not just a tick exercise, because a tick exercise sometimes is good for a while, but then it runs out of steam. So you've got to have things that are utilized on a regular basis, relentlessly. Okay, so you make a list and you prioritize, because a lot of times you tick stuff that don't really make a knock-on effect on your development. So make sure you list things into quadrants, meaning that you're listing things that have got arm and legs that are going somewhere. So you've got to focus on the things you actually tick in, meaning that they're going to help you to become a greater version of yourself. So what I mean by that is, in this example would be, for instance, you would make a list of the things that you need to achieve, and the best thing to do is to basically start ticking the steps of which you then have to take in order to do it. And as you develop, it's called a developmental plan, and as you develop, and what happens is you'll see that slowly but surely you're getting close to your goal. And then obviously once you get close to your goal, there's a matter effect of keeping that goal. And that is turning a should into a must. But you've got to keep them shoulds into a list, and you translate those shoulds into a must. Now, I'm sure, like paying your mortgage, I wish, and most of you would wish, or nearly 99% or 100% of people would wish to actually have a should that doesn't have to be a must. So, but I'm sorry, your bank wants your mortgage, or it's a must be paid. So it's a must. So what I want to do with you guys is things that have to be done regardless. Okay, so tomorrow's going to be Monday. It's going to be Monday. It's regardless. It's going to happen. So you're not going to go, oh, let's pretend it's going to be Wednesday. No, it's Monday. So it's focused. You're constantly doing shoulds, turn shoulds into musts. Okay, now number 2, it's relentless. Be relentless. So what do I mean by that? I mean, the word itself gives you some clue. Now, being relentless, if you see anyone that achieves anything in life, anything, whether it's a great basketball player, a great athlete, a great businessman, or a great author, or a great actor, what do they do in order to become their greatest versions in that aspect? Okay, what do they do? You'll know. Okay, now I've read a lot of autobiographies, I've read a lot of books, I've read now, as you probably heard me saying, 1800 books in the area of physical development, psychology, training, coaching, and in one common denominator of which keeps popping up is relentless. These people are relentless. Whether it shines, sun shines, whether it rains, whether it snows, whether it's sandstorms, whether it's rainstorms, these people are doing the things they have to do. Don't take me wrong, there's going to be raining days, I'm sure there are, and there's going to be days where they probably don't feel like it. Why do people keep thinking about that? All people that make things happen, they're just so happy. They're not happy at all. I'll give you an example. I was reading a particular autobiography of which is very, very touching, to be honest, and this is one of the things that I found that people just see the glorifying lifestyle that someone has. For instance, that superstar, oh, look at the house, look at the car, look at the money they're getting. Oh, if I could... One thing is, you probably could live the lifestyle, but what you couldn't do is do the things that you need to do in order to achieve that lifestyle. Okay, you probably need to go through those sleepless nights. You have to go through, not probably, definitely, you have to go through the pain. Okay, and a lot of us, our brain don't like pain. Remember, our brain is constantly trying to protect us from pain. So we need to work hard. Okay, let's do a little bit of work today and a little bit of work tomorrow, and all of a sudden we'll have 5 days off. Great, yeah, it's brilliant, isn't it? Now, if you look at those guys that achieve anything, and going back to the autobiography I was reading, it was particularly Michael Jordan. This guy actually wasn't very good at basketball. You're probably going to think, what the hell? For the guys that don't know, Michael Jordan was actually bullied at school. Okay, he wasn't very good at basketball at all. If you read his autobiography, he's got a couple of books out. It shows that he was actually a weak player. Now, he happened to have a coach of which told him, obviously, I know you're probably going to think it's quite a simple thing to say, practice makes perfect, but what this guy did, he didn't just do practice makes perfect, he did perfect practice, and he was relentless. Okay, now I'm sure you guys know exactly who Michael Jordan is. Probably one of the most amazing basketball players ever, if not the best ever. Okay, and not just a basketball player, an ambassador for any athlete, and a very humble guy too. He showed us that you don't just need talent. Talent's not enough, but he was relentless in order to achieve his result. Which is then this is going to lead into have the vision. Okay, now having the vision, now you can be relentless a lot of times, but not having the right vision. Having the right vision is absolutely imperative in order to achieve your results, because a lot of us, what happens is we're very relentless. Okay, we've got the desire to get there, but we keep doing the wrong things. So what happens to you get to a point where you run out of energy because you keep doing the same thing, but not getting the right result. So make sure your vision is reviewed. What I mean by that is, so let's say my destination is going from here to the end of this path. Okay, now there's going to be wind days, so maybe my sort of like direction will go zigzagging. Okay, eventually if there's a really strong wind day or really rainy day, I may have to stop, or I may have to kind of take a detour somewhere. But then remember, when you take a detour, you need to go back to that vision, back to the focus of which you did when you first started. Otherwise there's no point starting. So remember, a lot of times the vision is imperative, but one thing that is obviously on top of the vision, you need to revise your vision, and mainly specifically how you can then obviously put a bit of a developmental plan around the vision. So there's going to be a lot of times where you are going to have bad days. You're going to have probably people telling you won't do it, and why you're doing it for, because clearly, what the fuck's that to do with them anyway? It's you're living your own life. You are inside your own body. Why would you have to justify to anybody what you're doing? I guess sometimes we forget that. This is something I talk to you guys about a lot of times, is we're going to be here for another 60, 70, 80 years, most of us that are alive right now. And sometimes we're worried about what the next door neighbor thinks of us. For God's sake, listen, in 100 years time, for sure, all of us will be out of here. What I mean by that, people that are alive right now, okay? Now, no one remember. Obviously, people don't remember. I mean, I know it sounds a bit sad. I mean, unless you're an absolutely legend, unless you're an absolutely megastar, it's still, I mean, a lot of the time, sometimes people talk about super megastars, but we never witnessed, and a lot of times thinking, well, that good, times move on, people are very, very fickle. So a lot of times it's just enjoy yourself, do your thing, man. You know, you just like me. I'm not just saying I'm just an example for you, but I'll give you an example. I'm walking down a path here now, and I've got people walking back past me. They probably think, what the fuck is this guy doing? What a twat. Excuse my language. But you know what? Do I really care? You know exactly what I'm going to say, and I'm going to try to avoid to swear, because I don't really care. I'm doing what I really want to do. So if they really want to call me that, or if they really want to think that, listen, they can think whatever they like. I don't really care. I'm living my life purpose, and I do what I really want to do. And this is what focuses you to have then that vision, to be able to achieve your results, okay? Now, this is then going to lead into number 4, of which, preparation. Make sure preparation is everything, okay? In order to achieve results, you must be prepared. If you don't have the preparation, prepare to fail. And if you fail, you've got to be an absolute, humongous, self-driven individual in order to keep standing up after defeat. Not many people can. Let me tell you, I've coached a lot of people, and I tell you, I haven't come across a lot of people that when they get defeated, they keep on going. Not many. I tell you why, because we are made to not fail. Our brain don't like failure, and it's the reason why we don't try. We don't get out of the box. We kind of like are on this sort of matrix. Oh, I'm scared of that. Most people are trying to do anything outside the box, they shit themselves, because our brain don't like it. So it's a trick our brain has, of which likes to command us. We like to be comfortable. Sometimes we are very comfortable in a very uncomfortable situation, because we are shit scared to get out of it. Okay, now I had to learn this. I had to learn this myself. I had to read a lot of books. I had to see a lot of the documentaries. I had to study it. I had studied a lot in order to actually learn this. And what I'm telling you, I'm not just telling because I think it sounds quirky, or it's really good telling you this, and I really like this. No, it's not. It's to do with, we must understand that if we're not doing something that we're supposed to be doing, we need to get out. We need that change. We need that focus to get out. And once you get that focus to get out, we become a greater version of ourselves. And this is actually imperative in order to have that preparation. So preparation is vital. So make sure you either got your tools prepared, or what I mean by tools, I mean whatever tools they are in terms of whatever vision you've got. Okay, like for instance, let's say me, when I prepare for anything, I've got a developmental program. One of the things I do, if you guys want more information, contact me. I'll be able to obviously sort of like express myself in that particular subject. It's called quadrants. Okay, so the 4 quadrants will explain on how to achieve a particular result on the actual quadrant. So one of the quadrants I'm going to explain to you is the start. Now, once you get the starting right, chances are you get it right, okay, because you get it started. Now, the other thing that is really important for us is actually understanding how you develop through the quadrants. Once the quadrants are right, there's a greater chance of you actually maintaining that momentum. After that is actually how you put a developmental program within the seasons, because there's a lot of different seasons, you know. And now, one of the things that we've got to understand is, in order for us to actually achieve results, there's got to be seasons. Remember, like now, right now is the winter season. Obviously, look at these trees, look at the temperature. It's cold, it's wet. Okay, so I've got to dress accordingly. Okay, so I've got to have a jacket. Now, remember, if it's summer, I wouldn't be having this jacket. Wouldn't probably be wet. it'll be warmer, so I've got to dress accordingly. So the brain works towards according to the actual environment. Our body is the same thing. So it's very important. So if our bodies change, so does our brain. If our brain changes, so does our body. If our body changes, so our attitude. If our attitude changes, so our hormones change. Our attitude changes. So it's so important for us to understand that is vital. So there's more to it than what you guys think. Now, the other thing, which is one of the final things I'm going to leave you with, in order to achieve them results, find your tribe. Now, your tribe could be as big as one person or as big as 1 million, 2 million. Numbers, infinite, okay? It's absolutely infinite, okay? And this is what I say: if you find your tribe, you will get there. Because once you find your tribe, is people that got like-minded. They don't have to be like you. The like-minded people that think like you, or maybe people that have got the same morals as you, or people that like to do the same things as you, and people that are going to push you higher, not people that are going to pull you down, not people that are going to criticize you, not people that are going to judge you or look at the negatives of you. They're all going to push you higher, and these people will help you become the greater version of yourself while you help others become their greatest versions. There's no better deal than you helping others become your greatest versions while you become your greatest version of yourself while helping others. And there you are, another video, guys. As you guys know, I love to do these videos in order to help you guys become your greatest versions. As you know, I'm a coach, I'm a trainer, psychologist. I've studied a lot, and I'm still studying. I love learning, I love helping and inspiring people, and also put the science back into the game, because a lot of us coaches, trainers, psychologists, sports scientists, a lot of times we study and then we stop actually educating others and educating ourselves. So that's one thing I do. I love expressing myself. As you guys know, for the guys that don't know, I'm a very passionate guy. What you see is what you get. So I tend to kind of express myself. I do it, but I don't mean nothing bad about it. So I just like, sometimes I say a lot, I swear, I probably say, but that's just me being me. So expressing myself to the best of my ability. So with all that said, guys, thank you very much for watching the video. Check us out on Carlos Trainer 10 on Instagram, also on YouTube channel, which is Carlos Trainer. And with all that said, guys, stay happy, stay healthy, stay fit, have a beautiful day. It's all about focus, determination, desire, relentless, and ultimately heart, in order to become your greatest version. Get fitter, get healthier, get happier, become your greatest version. Remember, while you become your greatest versions, don't forget, have fun as well, because a lot of times you can be very serious as well. So have fun, like I always do, although doing these videos, and it gets really serious sometimes about coaching, training, psychology, problems, everything. It's always sometimes to become a kid as well and just enjoy and laugh.